Let's see how many of these I can do before my kids wake up. Or I have to wake them up. All right. So y equals 2x plus 4. So again, and then x minus 2y equals negative 5. Again, we're looking for when y equals or x equals. So we're going to take this 2x, and we're still substituting it. So we're going to substitute it in for this y. So, I forgot to draw your line. You should have already done question 14. Once I'm done with this, you should be able to do question 16. So we have x minus 2, and instead of that y, I'm going to put parentheses. I'm going to plug in or substitute in 2x plus 4, and then end it. Y equals negative 5. So again, substitute in the value for y into your y. So solve. I have x negative 2 times a positive 2. Negative and a positive gives me a negative. 2 times 2 gives me 4x. A negative 2 times a positive 4. A negative and a positive gives me a negative again. 2 times 4 gives me an 8. And then bring everything else down. Combine like terms. If you need to add that 1, that's okay. So I have $1. I want to spend 4. So I need 3. Since I need it, it's going to be negative. Minus 8 equals negative 5. I need to get the x isolated, so I need to be able to solve for it. So I need to move this negative 8. Since it's a negative, we're going to add 8 to both sides. I get a negative 3x. The 8's go away, equals negative 5 plus 8. Different signs, so we're going to subtract. 8 minus 5 gives me a 3. Which sign is bigger? The 8 is, so this 3 is going to stay positive. I need to get rid of this negative 3, so we're going to divide both sides by a negative 3. Do not forget that negative. And x equals negative 1. So I'm going to go to that x, I'm going to plug in a negative 1. From here, we're going to take this negative 1, and we're going to go, wee, I want to plug it into my x. So I get y equals 2 times that negative 1 plus 4. Oops, can't see. So again, y equals 2. Instead of that x, we're going to plug in that negative 1. So substitute in that negative 1 plus 4. So y equals 2 times negative 1 is a negative 2 plus 4. So y equals, I owe you $2, I give you 4, you give me 2 back. So then y is 2, so my point of intersection is negative 1 and 2. There you go. Super easy. With this, you should be able to do question 16. So if we look at that, our numbers are almost identical. I had a 2, you have a 3, but we both end up with a 4. I had a negative 5, you have a negative 8, so a little different there. But for the most part, you should be able to do it almost identically if you follow the steps that I just did. All right, I'll be back with question 17. Take care.